there's one thing I do want to point out, that you can construct these ratios and other measures, and through all of these different topics, you can also view the raw financial statements. And this is the financial statement viewer. And if you bring it up, it's a simple way to access and chart various things. So let me just leave it at the default setting of 1-800-Flowers. This company comes up first because everything is alphabetical, and 1-800-Flowers comes up at the very top. So for example, let me look at their consolidated balance sheet as in the latest 10Q, which was filed on May of 2012, and you can see here what are some of the things that have been plotted. These are done by this checkbox over here. So if I click this, for example, then you can see on this from the statement that I have checked everything that makes up current assets. So you can see, for example, that cash and cash equivalents have gone up, receivables have gone up, inventories have gone up, deferred tax assets have gone up, and so on over the 2 years in the report. You can also look at the composition. So if I click on pie chart, you'll see a composition which makes the relative position of each item more readily visible. So for example, you can easily make out that this red thing here, and this red piece of the pie, which is receivables, is a much larger proportion of current assets in April of 2012 than it was in July of 2011. And so you can use both the time series chart as well as this composition chart. So this tells you about changes over time of the magnitudes. This tells you about relative composition. So it tells you how one part grew relative to another part. So it's a data visualization device, and of course there's a 3D chart which you can rotate around and so on if you want to get a slightly different view than the default view that we have. So that's a quick overview of what goes into the financial statement analysis module. It's really an analytical tool. You can evaluate by doing your own construction. So the goal here is really to learn how to do the construction. To do that, you really need to work with different companies to see what they report and what are important items for each different company. Each one of these builds essentially a standard way to look at different companies. So once you've done this for a group of companies, you will be able to compare the companies as well. In the next video, I will go over how you use the self-assessment mode, which is brought on by clicking this icon. Thank you.